Good afternoon, good evening, good night, good morning, worldwide. When you get there, the man when afraid, man not the wilderness. Keep it real and honest around here, no tablet. Well busy, Why I forget the caress and thing, stop at the body, but from the other day we're well busy, well busy. Up and down, up and down. All right, so we never get to do this. So I have to do it right now. I have to go the opposition, yeah man, turn up the heat pan them people and question them. And when you hear the question we ask, and all the people them can answer, say, Andrew, all they do, just to PR and a little go. So when I look on them things and dissect them now and hear some little things, may I try to get up one thing now with the one bug life for them to answer some question. And you can hear one bag of foolishness, one bag of garbage. Then this may I try to get up in a man. If I get it in them, I can play it when you hear it. Still, see? So I'm going to start from Damien, then Dr. Daz, then Ian, then, and you hear them a question them, and you hear the answer them when I get the stupidness. Let me tell you something, take it serious. You see that thing, yeah? To go to my brother, man. Brother, I'm alive, I'm going right now. You just come up, I'm alive. Yes. Yeah, man. Let me knock you back same time. Yeah? All right. Cool, brother. Yeah, man. I remember, brother. Yeah. No. At committee. Yeah. With Bug Life. This. Well, Andy, may I request something? Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Boy, I saw a busy man. I do a million thing one time. Yeah. Yeah. See? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So we have to clap them. We have to clap them. I clap them so and hold them to the truth. But you see the doctor business, it's dangerous to Jamaica. People don't take that light. I pay like them I tell. When I hear doctor does a drill, I me hear chameleon came on and I say the Cuban doctor them thing they done like 3 years. That I make the government work this. I lie them I tell that number one. Yeah. That's a lie. And number two, if you make contract or not for 3 years, that means you don't work this government. So you don't pay them completely, you never have a problem with paying them. Can you pay them same way with 3 years? That means I only that they can breach. Can have a contract up from 2023. And now 2060 don't see to me too lie. Remember, people who put on a lie front of US and front of everything what the government do. Them shot a lot of doctors and nurses already. When them send home, them are only done. They're done to the detriment of uno. Them are hurt to now wanna do kinty. And you have some little idiot come here, a little idiot one. I don't know what I want everything say my pick up steam. He fool your fart. That's about when Andrew make decision. Then he come back with an Mexico idiot thing. I will play him down more in the show. He come with an Mexico idiot thing. All right. Andrew, if you look for everybody and send them a farmer. Number one, you're so big ass think. You think Andrew can send people from America when nobody know want them? You think Andrew can take up people from down there? 10,000 people and so on. Go on a farmer. You fucking idiots. The man them over here, when they want somebody, they may tell them down there, and them part that we want 5 or we want 10. And when they make hundreds of people come, sometimes they don't go want 10. I seen where the government and the down they make people line up. I remember none of them just get up and send people a farmer. I don't know where you use for example. You're so big and dunce and fool. Yeah? The doctor them in demand worldwide. Even America shot a doctor. America use them too. America used to use them. Go look on it. Not so long ago. And nurses. The Cuban doctor them Them do a good thing, export doctors train as doctor, no gardener, no we know. Them export doctor, them save a lot of life. Them not drop bomb. Them save lives. Someone nobody not chat to no just jump through a window. What happened to no? You know coming like chink pan color. Go away, man. Them too enough, man. And chat too much foolishness where I say, yeah, control. Say, one bag of garbage them come up from chat. With no further ado, let me just run to this. Yeah? Yeah, let me just run to this. Go deal with that little quick thing here. Watch out.
Some of your growth protections. What's the revenue elasticity in respect to GDP growth that you embedded in the medium-term fiscal framework?
Yeah, this.
Fiscal policy paper. What's the revenue elasticity? So if we miss growth by 1%, what would be the impact on revenue?
All right. So when we're projecting tax revenues, remember we look at buoyancy, not elasticity. There's a difference. Our revenues are predicated on our projections for GDP, and we have, from a macro perspective, we know that in general, 25 to 27% of our tax revenues, 25 to 27% of GDP is generally where our tax revenues are. Of course, that's not the only factor that we use to project the revenues. We look at tax revenues from a micro perspective as well, in terms of all the tax types, and we do the projections that way. Then we calibrate the macro with the micro to come to some studied understanding of what the revenues are going to be. So it's not an elasticity calculation per se. We know there's buoyancy if GDP grows more than what we're projecting, then we would fully expect to see more tax revenues.
Thank you, Minister, but I think the response is unfortunate because the GDP is dependent on the rate of growth. And so if the revenue is dependent on the GDP, then the revenue, therefore, is also dependent on the rate of growth. If there's a particular rate of growth, there will be a different revenue. So I'm saying that, especially based on the simple fact that within the fiscal policy paper, you suggested that your growth was skewed to the downside. So a 1% reduction in growth, how would that impact revenue? Was no stress test done to see a growth impact on revenue outcomes?
So remember, I just described to you the process that we use to estimate the tax revenues. It's a robust process. If you look back in time and if you look at the historical outturn of it, it mirrors what's generally estimated. Obviously, in times of stress, as we've seen, like in Melissa, on other hurricanes, that would throw those projections off course, and we have to come back to Parliament with adjustments on that. But I can assure you, member, that there's a very robust process to get to our revenue projections, again predicated on our growth, on our GDP estimates, and just a detailed look and estimation of all the tax types for which we collect taxes. And that's how we do it, and that's the answer that I'm giving you today.
All right, Minister.
All right, so here, she can't answer nothing straight, They may not straight now. Answer around this. I'm going to continue this.
Chairman.
Be a garbage.
I bring greetings to the Minister as well from her friends and relatives in Ty Dixon.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Minister, I'd like to start with some of the revenue measures, in particular sweetened beverage. What's the actual estimated consumption for the year 23-24? and 24-25 that was used as the base for your projections?
All right, so we used 17.3 million cases in 2020. And notice I said cases, so you multiply that by an average of.
All right. Well, I'm going to stop this. You know, say, number 14, you're silly doing, you know. You fool. Because you want to tell them, say, if them ask anything else, and you go back on a different budget. Now that you say, it confuse she. Now, everything where you are asked her, she have to go back to 2020 now, you know. She'll tell you, oh, she'll come and arrive at something, but she can 2020 and the consumption are the little juice them and what have you, don't it? Hey, me say, hey, number 14, you fi chilling, man. You fi bill, man. You hear what she got? 2020, you hear that, Michael? Eh? But number 14, I said she be confused if you go back in our budget for Ghana. Number one, you're too enough. Yes? I remember you have to go back to the past, you know, Wagwan. And matter of fact, them are referred to the past. And I like them could can just tell us, boy, I can't come on, but I can do this and that. Them have to tell you what them do before and everything, but she just like be a stumbling block. Them have to straighten her out. I forgot to play that too. Continue.
Oh, sorry. Or can. And
Get there.
Put it on calculator for me now.
Oh, what this? What shall I go with?
all right, sorry. Okay, so those numbers I'm told were just for carbonated beverage, but we used in our estimate roughly 40 million cases.
40 million. Minister, the
Yeah.
taxes in milliliter, and you know they're varied sizes. Would you have a milliliter amount?
You mean for the totality of it?
Yes, yes, Minister.
Then no most, ma'am.
It's over 500 billion milliliters.
Is that within the range of 500 billion or 700 billion over has a wide gap? Is it approximately 500 billion?
Right, approximately 500 billion milliliters.
Okay, well, Minister, you estimate a earning of $10.1 billion at 2 cents per milliliter. Would you confirm, therefore, that you expect no reduction in the consumption of that sugary drink, being that that would equate to 500 billion as well, milliliters?
Are you talking about
consumption?
Are you talking about the 10.1 billion?
Yes, Minister. The levy of 2 cents.
All right. So here's the thing. One, these are estimates.
So why she have to have Xavier me inside her and a permanent secretary or who? What she have to why them have to go? She can't answer the question. She not work. Or what she get paid for? What is? Jamaica gone to the lowest of the law. No two way about it. The lowest of the law is. Continue.
Two, persons could decide that they want to drink less of the sugary drinks, and we see a reduction in that number.
Yes.
But you have about person decide. These little drinks are for the little kids them when them go school and everything there. The little bag thing them, she think and them a push up them milliliter what amount of thing what she talk about, you know. Yeah? She not easy, you know. And then she go like Jamaica, you know, full of people who are beast. Jamaica people them are starve. See? Enough of them hungry. 1 meal a day. Some not have no meal a day. Some forget a meal. Skin of the bird. What she talk is bullshit. Continue.
right? That's a good thing from a health perspective.
But love about them answer because we could answer in a real time now. So you have a government for 10 years. And you have put on taxes on this because they want to say, so you get the money from your tax poor people. Right? And then you talk about hospital now, like hospital full of people where, you know, them have pay diabetes. They look up them have pay diabetes, their hospital. No. You chat bullshit. We see people come there with just one little bit of things and then can't get no medical attention. Yeah? But she attack is bullshit. See? Because the man say I try to raise because this thing I want to borrow no more money. Now she come with something different. That's why I can't believe in them, you know. Everybody has to say something different. Everybody them not talking in unison, them talking of one thing, everything different. She switch it down to is a medical problem. Eh? Not even market me the money where them take out to market me. Not even that them did market nothing. Them just steal for money and say, well, we a market healthy. From them tell you that you love it. Because them say everybody does. So then fool, continue.
Could also decide that they will drink more and we get the revenues that we estimate or more. Right, if they drink more, estimate, right, or more, right?
Them not drink more, so them look past something for earth, the people there. Remember this now hurt the big boy them, you know. Them put on the tax to a pass and the big boy them a sell it. So it put on a pass on you where consume it. So now the big boy them packet this a earth. And them a tax. Maybe just tell you this. And them a drink it. Them as West Cinco and them thing that carry them in for sell you know. That when they can put it in the little lunch kit and send it out because them not really have nothing. Same, if them care about the population, you know what? We'd have better hospital if them care about the population and ambulances. And matter of fact, where eat will grow. Them won't bother with a bag of junk. Them won't give them the license for carry it in the first place. This is bullshit. Yeah? Andrew Wallace, me have him say him have to raise money and them can't borrow them way out. Whatever come with this? This don't make no sense. She will go away. Continue.
So, member, based on.
Member. Why we put an pattern it soon done now? Dinner soon done. But Mr. Playing dinner soon done. This how long she take fiance or something. You will go in and play in London now and by the time she fiance reach Jamaica and clear custom. She don't know what she do. You know that, Mikey? People leave from London, Gatwick, and by the fiance, them reach Jamaica already and clear custom. She don't know what she do. Eh? Yeah, man.
Based on the data from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
You socialite based on the data Ministry of Health and Wellness. Eh? Based them raise taxes based on the data, or Andrew only himself tell you why them raise tax. Nobody can lie like this, them people, man. Eh? Yeah, man. You understand? Yeah, man. She delay a body, no, man. The brain box, me don't know. She delay, man. She have some delay. Like when she just answer back, but me I tell you. It's terrible, man. And at this you put up and tell me say a finance minister this. Eh? Go through.
They have been tracking non-communicable diseases for a while now, and they know with great certainty the negative impact of sugar.
Them never track nothing. We don't have doctor and nurse who track this. We don't have that. She lie, you know. Them for fuck, listen. Hey, them for go away, you know. Them for go away. Yeah? We have anybody for track this? Ministry of Health, if you track something, Alice will give people shit for now. Not even that them could track. And Alice will give people shit long time. Oh, we know. One woman never film that. Film it and put it up. At least give them in the bathroom for wash the man. Eh? But you attract how people are eat when you make people have shit for eat. The ministry, them pass on the thing there for the people them. Yeah, for them get them permit. Yeah, them food and glass. And them couldn't even track that. If the man never figure that, right now enough of them will eat the cereals them. Right now enough of them, it deprives you. You will get cholera. Eh? Me see a husband there drink soup on the pan group, and when them do to him and him wife, them just give them a award. Give them a award. Them feel embarrassed now, so them stop it. Yes, continue.
Excess sugar on the population of Jamaica.
A focus you attack, you know. But extra sugar pan population of Jamaica be a focus you attack. You understand? This is bullshit. So she come up with something when I make no fucking sense. And they bought extra sugar pan population. Eh? Continue.
So if we get more than is estimated, that extra goes into the health sector to take care of those people when they land there.
She should not give herself a while. But she not sell a while. If you say the health system, you get something from. What she not sell a while, people? We done with her. Close the case. She said if we get more than what we expected, that will go to the health sector. So if I did fucking health, you deal with every bit of this and I go to the fucking health center, you dumb piece of shit. Make me play it back. But you never hear a Mikey. Hey, my brother and then liar don't yard, you know. Look how you catch her now. Hear this. Remember me had the thing where Andrew tell you why them look the money, you know, for plug the gap. Right? And them take out the NHT money. But listen, when the extra, remember, you know, she said she get data from health. She said she get data from health. But she said if she make more money, the extra now, I go to health. So if you're dealing with health, everything where you come from now, I go to health. It can't go nowhere else. You see? Listen here. She fool.
The population of Jamaica.
Population. So that's
So
our
if
problem.
we get more than is estimated, that extra goes into the health sector.
Wheel
We
again.
know with great certainty the negative impact of
Negative
sugar,
impact.
excess sugar
Eh.
on the population
Get this.
of Jamaica. So if we get more than is estimated, that extra goes into the health sector.
Wheel again. Because of the dance.
Based on the data from the
data.
Ministry of Health and
Yes.
Wellness,
Yes.
they have been tracking
They might track it.
non-communicable diseases
It's
for
coming. You
a
hear
while
this? So
now,
serious.
and they know with great certainty
With
the
great
negative
certainty.
impact
Yes.
of sugar,
Sugar.
excess sugar
She said dangerous.
on the population of Jamaica. So if we get more than is estimated, that extra goes into the health sector to take care of those people when they land there.
So that makes sense too, you know. Okay, I about you know. So I put the emphasis on something I tell lie. But yet, because I said the whole population, you know, intact, what that this. But if we get more out of what we estimate, then the extra will go to the health system. So the health system tell you if you do this, liar. And you know, so you shoot yourself in the foot because this is how you're dumb. You're dumb. I rather talk to a rock. You hear what she just explain to you? Yeah? No, because she talk, remember the fear advice. You hear this? That means I know health problem. She said if them get more, then it go there. Yes, still, she tell you say them have track it and them have data. So you think so now, oh she attack the money where she rate after going to the health sector now. If she get overs, then that will go to the health center to the people. Them that makes sense? Yes, sister, them want the money for something different. She fool your fart. When she does, she shoot herself in her foot too. Eh? People them there when she said this. Remember, you know, me dissect every word that come out of their mouth, you know. So you just have to tell me, say, Jamaica in a danger. And the health system make you do this. But if you get more than we expected, then the extra now, you will give them. That means Jamaica in a danger, but you not give them. You take the money, you tax it, you go do something else. Fucking idiot. Eh? She have sense? Because the lie she tell. Says only if them get more than we budgeted, she put the extra to the health. Yes, still, it's a health concern, it's a health danger. Fucking idiot. Eh? If we get more, eh? Yeah.
Because they're going to show up with elevated levels, you know, they're going to show up complaining of all kinds of ailments.
So all you mean they might show up when you say if you get more, you're going to put it there because they're going to show up. If they not show up for the 10 years, or they might show up now. Fucking I said again. They're going to show up. But if we get more, if we not get no more, nothing now going to help, you know. They might get the normal budget. But yes, still they're going to show up with elevated levels. Or they not show up last year and the year before and the year before and the year before for 10 fucking years. She's sick. People will stop take them thing here and rub them out now and tell them to stop, come up here and talk shit. We are owning it to account. But she has everything out of her mouth. They may understand what we shit. Yes, continue.
The result of drinking
Me
excess
there.
sugary drinks.
She still attack her fuckery.
Either way, Minister, either way, Chairman, whether it's
She a call Damian Minister now. Then she gone to Chairman. One Chairman to help her.
10.1 billion or more than 10 or less than 10, the health sector will have to take care of those who drink too much.
What's your talk of fuckery?
From those who change cases than is estimated. That extra goes into the health sector to take care of those people when they land there.
Respond to my question. It was indicated that your base zero this year was 500 billion milliliters. Your best case projection or your most likely case projection suggests that at 2 cents you will earn 10.1 billion, indicating therefore you expect no decrease in the consumption of the sugary drink, because it would take 500 billion times 2 cents to be 10.1 billion.
So, member,
Yes.
I can say that the 10.1 billion had took into consideration, you know, some amount of reduction in the consumption of the beverage.
Of course, Maria.
So your previous figure of 500 billion would have been incorrect then. Your base figure you're
Well,
saying.
I told you approximately, and in fact, I just got confirmation that we used 533 billion, and that we looked at the experience in other countries that have instituted the
So she gone too far now. Because right now you don't need to tell the people them the lie. You just come up and do like what Andrew said. I say I can't find Andrew speech on that. You know what, I come up with the lie, man. At time for to stop this bullshit. Yeah? Because Andrew himself come up and come tell you, say listen me, we have to raise tax. One is lion tax, new tax. I remember see this. New tax, no new tax. Remember see what one is about tax now, what on there. Yeah? So this is what I tell you now. You see, you don't need to come out with a lie. You understand? You don't need to do that. Because that, yeah man, housing, honest now. You see it? Yes. But we're not fool, you know. We're not fool, you know. You only say one thing and then you come and say one thing. You understand? You come and say one thing else, something else when it make no sense. See? This time I take money from the housing trust, yeah, so I say honest. Well, honest. Well, when you can just come up and when just come say something and when you look people take it and you make sure run with it and I flick it, it not look good. Hurricane lie. It's honest, so with them lie with them tax. See?
So Dr. Andrew Holness says the latest tax measures are not intended to burden the poor.
Let me hear this.
Says the latest tax measures are not intended to burden the poor. He also insists this was the last resort and the best his government could do given the extremities brought about by Hurricane Melissa. Dr. Holness spoke to the media outside Gordon House earlier today. That his government does not take taxation lightly. Dr. Andrew Holness says the measures were a last resort to stem the impact of the Category 5 hurricane.
So how you move from this, go to talk about the people them and hospital and one bag of fuckery. You feel just hey them to go away, you know. This is what I'm telling you say before even this come up and say them I do the tax. And say talk to her. So them go for tax the people them. And the big boy them I feel it because when the money go on it, I really them I sell it and then put on the tax on it. Yeah, when you put it on it, don't go pass on to them. So the big boy them not feel nothing. I only it a feel. It a take out a phone look a packet. Minimum wage. Wanna feel it more. Wanna have the 5 and 6 shoot them and them tell them if you have more. Yes. Phone packet that come out. Yeah.
Last October.
I don't believe that anyone could reasonably expect that we could present a budget without even a limited tax package. So we're not going to dwell on the taxation. It is something that, as I said, it is the last resort. We have gone 10 budgets without any net new taxes.
So that's a lie again. Can I show you when I run up the taxes from 2017, 2018, Mama tell them say them can't burden no more. So this is a lie. Them two fucking that's why that's why me not stop karma them, you know. Them two lie. Them dangerous. See? If got 10 budget without new taxes, I may answer them answer them same time, you know. Voila, 10 budget. So I move him. So I'm the last resort. That's why I'm do the taxes, right? But him got 10 budget. Let me answer him back. Show you same I tell lie. Alicia. So me answer them in a one. One me answer them in a watch out. Tax. Hardly. So what you call this? But how does you call this? What you call this? Me answer them
spared. The Andrew Holness administration will be taking from Jamaicans as the government hunts for additional funds to plug a budget deficit of approximately $27.4 billion. On Thursday, Finance...
Look on the ear of this. Him say got 10 budget with no new taxes. This him too fucking lie. Him start telling a lie and believe that the lie when it's documented and we remember. Me I show you a post chat about the tax. So we have beat down she because she does talk about sweet sugary thing. So if a sugary thing you have for with taxes, but you're not going to tax alcohol and them other things, the man. Because you say at the sweetness, sugar, so you're going to tax alcohol and tax some other things too, right? All right. So him say 10 years without taxes. Lie. Look on this.
Minister Shaw opened the 2017-2018 budget debate in Gordon House.
So 2017-2018, at 10 budget that without taxes? Tax scope every year, you know, because they have $1.3 trillion tax. But this is how the man them lie. Look here.
But he was singing a tune most Jamaicans didn't want to hear, an array of new taxes. Mr. Shaw announced a $13.5 billion tax package. The revenue measures are needed to replace the over $14 billion the government lost by giving a tax break to PAYE workers who earn up to $1.5 million annually.
You see where it's for them though? When they give them tax break, them have to plunge back and plug that hole there. You see when them let go the ass, the horse, Cause them ride horses. They love ride horses. So them move the taxes from horses. When you get the drift, cause enough of them around them move that. Yeah, but that have nothing to do with adults. The big boy, them want to enjoy themselves. Them import horse. Yes? And them want to enjoy themselves. But you could have, so you have to find, and them do all kind of little things, so you have to find back revenue. And plus we have the hurricane now. So them still have to find back revenue. Them a mash up NHT. But this is how him lie. Him say 10 budget, that's why I have to draw for this. Correct him. Play this.
So where will the additional monies come from? The government's tax revenue measures include a special consumption tax on gasoline that will take effect on March 15. The government will also be taxing alcoholic beverages, which will yield $0.403 billion and takes effect on March 13. Meanwhile, the increase on gasoline ranges from 43 cents to $7.36. The new gas tax is expected to rake in approximately $7.5 billion. There will be a 16.5%.
So when they push up the gas tax there, everything have to go up. Light bill, water, this, everything. Bus fare, everything. Remember everything that go up. The man still has said 10 year without taxes. Lie my tell. Now the tax is this. Just watch I worry the taxes now. Look, I know me.
GCT on group health insurance. Tobacco products will also be taxed.
There will be an increase.
How this?
In the special consumption tax in the
Who do the increase? Who say no man address this? The shot. Eh? He might read out him taxes. Eh? So Andrew still promotes a 10 years without new taxes. 10 budget. Man, you want to lie, man.
tobacco
Look there.
and tobacco products. And Mr. Speaker, it is expected that the increase on cigarettes will lead to a revenue of $826 million.
And there's also a 20% increase on motor vehicle licenses and fees.
There will be an across-the-board increase of 20% on motor vehicle licenses and allied fees. This will take effect March 13, and this will yield $464 million. Mr. Speaker, there will be the reimposition of withholding tax on general insurance premiums paid by Jamaican residents to non-residents at a rate of 16%. This used to be the case, and mysteriously, a couple of years ago, it was removed. So that if you're buying insurance in Jamaica, you'd have to pay VCT.
That's it.
If you're buying insurance from a foreign company, this requirement was removed a couple of years ago. Well, we want fairness across the board.
In the meantime, the government is relying on revenue and grant inflows totaling $526 billion to offset its $715 billion budget for the 2017-2018 fiscal year. Tanika Thomas.
Okay, so I'm saying never raise the tax. And by the way, before Mama P leave, this is what she said about the tax. Let me just play that. I can't play one and not play the other one. So I don't know why this guy still has said 10 budget without tax. I don't know how we should hear that and when. Yeah? Look here. I don't know how you understand? I don't know which yeah. I do not know. But me can't play this.
This week in Jamaica Now, the Swan Song, Portia Simpson Miller makes her final budget contribution as opposition leader. She has thanked Jamaicans for their support and sacrifice, but bashed the government over its tax package.
Over our people, when you know she leave 2017, 2018 budget, you shall tell them to roll it back. Just listen here. All right? Yeah.
Portia Simpson Miller this week used her final address to the parliament as a political leader to bash the government's $13.5 billion tax package, describing it as unconscionable and cruel. Mrs. Simpson-Miller said the budget undermines the principles of equality, fairness and balance and puts unnecessary pressure on Jamaicans and called for the rollback of the taxes.
This budget will increase the hardship on the vulnerable and bring the middle class to the brink of poverty. This budget will push small businesses to the brink of disaster. They can't take anymore.
Mrs. Simpson-Miller asserted that the administration's version of prosperity is a fleeting illusion to be pursued but never attained. And before her broadside on the budget, Mrs. Simpson-Miller described the occasion of her final address as bittersweet. She said her heart was overflowing with gratitude and expressed thanks to Jamaicans at home and abroad for their love and support.
Mr. Speaker, what a political life I have had. I've seen the good, the bad, the happy and the sad. But above all, I've had an incredible journey of service to my beloved people and the country.
Mrs. Simpson-Miller will step down on April 2 as opposition leader to allow for the ascent of Dr. Peter Phillips. Meanwhile, the Finance Minister Audley Shaw says the government will stand by its tax package. Critics have argued that the taxes, especially the GCT on group health insurance and electricity, will be burdensome and
electricity are burdensome, but if now roll it back,
will cause hardships on poor Jamaicans. But Mr. Shaw says every Jamaican has a responsibility in the prosperity mission of the Andrew Holness administration.
In the case of this group health insurance, is an opportunity for the companies to see themselves playing their own part in helping to encourage further worker productivity by saying, listen, we are making here another contribution to you of $700 or $800 a month for it to preserve your health insurance, even as you are taking home more money in your pockets because of the government's policies.
Andrew has a 10 budget without new taxes. It me tell you, say there must be a face and lie. Which me have the pink piece, you know, me shoot everything will go up and can me show it before. More than one show. But them start believing in them lie that them do it. And opposition, when they can look back on all the tax package them and fling it back in them face. Stop make them tell the people them lie. Me love on the beat them the other day though. See? But for move mommy out of the way, I make my put you in annex. Mommy, you know ready. So me and deal with your case. I put in Dr. Daz and I want you now. Hear that one ya?
Minister, we have enjoyed this relationship with Cuba for 50 years under this practically the same terms of the MOU. Why the sudden urge to renegotiate the terms of the MOU? Did you get complaints from the Cubans working here about their working conditions?
The agreement expired in 2023, and we've been trying to negotiate.
So that's a lie, Shatel. If somebody agreement, why as a government, it'll be a careless government. If you have an agreement, this is the time when we just come out of the pandemic. And you know, some agreement that can expire. Same like the JPS license, don't necessarily reach to agreement before 2027. Because you always negotiate before. What your talk is fuckery. You have an expired agreement and the people them are working all right same way for 3 fucking years. And now you just all of a sudden just turn. Me tell you, say Marco Rubio come and tell them send them home. So what Andrew do, just watch him movement all the time. We don't study him. Him the easiest book to study. Him coming like one of the Jamal look book them. A little grade 1, not even grade 1 book, but a little basic school book. Him easy to study. Where him do, same like when they go for the doctorate, the bogus doctorate with them pay for, Delaware. And the people them rise up. When him just low that I make couple months, 1.5, then when you look him say him do doctorate and him study, never study. Buy them by that. Yeah? Now do not, you know, calling we never call you know doctor this and doctor that. That's the bullshit. Doctor of lies. Right? Same thing when Rubio come tell them, send them back. Them send back some already. So when him do make it stay that a March, him just make it stay and tell them say, yeah man, but we have to make the people them calm down because we have the doctor and nurses already, you know. And that them know some more hardship on them. So we know want we can't send them back now with our cards, what, and then we have an election where we want thief. So if we do that, that are detrimental to us. Saying them want to send them back from before the storm here. Yeah? They want to send them back before but the storm come. So them just wait and then make it 1.5 like a year and come and tell you say from 2023 this little idiot one come and say it up. There is no way. Remember none of them do negotiation. You have the team them want to do negotiation in the ministry. Right? Them that send them out. And even if them dead and them have, you know, you have them know them have to do them job. Them want to wait. That means them that lay down, them that lie down on their duty. And that's no good for Jamaica. For you wait till fucking 3 years. Because it's up 3 years ago. Yeah? I'm a tough, I'm sure them lie. In a 2020, 21, 2020 or 2021, 22, you see doctors are coming in. What kind of agreement you did have with them? Or it's up 2023. Them coming in at the pandemic. Allow me to tell. So something that happened in 2023. Them coming in at jobs. For 50 years, them service a country for 50. See, I go put them out already, you know. Put out enough for them already, you know. And you own it under a Republican Party. Under what name? Ronald Reagan. So that one you know come put them out under Trump. Republican again. Them always fuck up the country. When you see the two of them when they meet up like this. They are puppets. See? Report on realize Republican again. Yeah? And a people life them around with. People life. So when she talk about them it is up from 2023, that means you have a government and keeping fucking government because you don't negotiate long time. But that means you don't negotiate 2021. We see people are coming in 2021. When nobody now send a doctor nurse, them come in. Full of our people them are dead, everybody are run and the place locked down. So we didn't negotiate at the time. How long you give them a contract for? How long for them contract last for? Everywhere. So why don't take up 3 fucking years to negotiate and it break down? With a lie at self. She phony, man. Lie because we see them and contract them, you know. Tell them do them will. Continue.
Since then, to renegotiate, to renew. There were things that were less problematic. There were issues that were easily solved. We're going to put up the eye program and the general medical program together in one document. Not going to have 2 anymore.
So that's all right. So when she got scared, no make no fucking sense. If you operate with 2 documents, with the eye program, different from the general hospital thing, because the eye up the super fish. You know, they in none of them hospital they by itself. But you tell me say you put in a 1 document. Why you come and say you put in a 1, not 2 documents, one that cause trouble? You're fucking assing. Mr. Talking is bullshit. Eh? So that's your problem and break down something for those sign for why you don't want to sign and change the document. A matter of fact, she talk about documents. I know she had the health ministry to decide that. Why you don't want to change the fucking document? Eh? And this could be from 2023. I like tell. Bullshit. Them tell them to send them one from last year. Me tell you no. You see? So what Andrew do, you read Andrew book like me I tell you says like a basic school book. When him do him give time. Him watch the election, watch one what them Antifa election, him give time. Then him launch and do what them say for do. Him want like a 9-day wonder. Say one thing school long and things you forgot and then him do what him do. See, that him do, but for move the doctor, remember, you know, take your 1 year to train doctor, you know, people. Years. And you can't use a man who just train just by book alone and he might do the theory. He not do the practical yet, so he have got to turn an intern. You can't make him run with your organs and your vein. He doesn't read something out of a book. He's not ready yet. So you can't train the amount of doctors for put them back in the field, number 1. But you could not train them theory. Because I book them come out where them have to do the practical thing now. See? You can't make him run with your organs and not study the whole of them medication and all kind of things yet to come mash you up. You understand? You can't do that. You have some specialists out there now, you send them back. Then Jamaica don't get no two way about it. See, this is bullshit. And when she talking bullshit, you don't say, oh, that mean the government, respect the people them though, because if we go the road, what she does say. Oh, we break down because 3 years it expire now. My contract expire 3 years. So you mean to tell me you have a government with so much bureaucrats are work in a government and you allow a contract to expire from 2023 and then you know going to negotiate a contract. That means the people then should go on from 2023. So all you say them have finished them fucking term. And hey, them fool the fuck. If you think up from 2023, that means you don't have no fucking term. Let me shit. Hey brother, hey then don't say fuck. Andrew, where you come from, man? Brother, when your term done, if your contract done 2023, it over. That means you get the contract before that. Or you have to finish your fucking term before you leave. You know, sister, I lie them, I tell the people there. Eh? See? You know, sister, I lie them, I tell the people there. Eh? Them too lie. Them to stop it. Them need to stop it. See? Or you finish a term, because tough time, I hear tough time, I say them dead, what them do is finish them term and then leave. You can't have a term when the contract done. Them contract you to 2023 and you say it break down. So all them have finish a term, that means it's a new contract that, you know, it makes sense too now. Tell me if it makes sense to man. And that's a contract go. And that's a contract go. If the contract finish and you have the negotiation, that means them don't have the term for finish. Uncle where them have, so you have a term of the contract on 2023. End. You have to do a contract before that. Like JPS contract end. So they want to have the contract for to do light all over the place. So you have to done it before 2027. See? You can't make it run out. If your contract end, that means them to leave from 2023. 3 years on, you come and tell me now, say, them contract done. But tough tongue, now I play tough tongue and tell you something different. Say them have finished them term. You can't finish a term over the contract we done 2023. I will not hear that, you know. Oh, them fools, man. Play this.
We're going to look at the issue of the ability to celebrate Cuban national days here, etc. And things that were very easily solved. And then there were some which were not. And those issues are problematic under Jamaican law. They have not been reviewed historically. In the closer review.
Or you have something problematic. When it now bother the worker, them now complain. Or something problematic. Only time it get problematic, and when America said problematic. That don't make no sense to me. If you get your work and them even want to work free, and them now complain, none of them not even want come and complain, say them do me this. I either say them run to the paper and say me now go back because this and that. Or it turned problematic now. I know she lied because she said them up from 2023. And if something up from 2023, there is no way you finish your term. I have to play a tough thing and say them finish them term. So 3 years I'm have a term to finish when I contract up 2023. You hear that? When you're in the army and you have a contract, how much years them do? 5? You can't leave before that though. When your contract up, if them not renew your contract, what you do? Stay on for next 3 years? Eh? That's a bit them I hear that. And him say them term are done. When them done them term, them are gonna leave. That means them have a contract with us up here. Lie them I tell we, you know. Them two lie. Continue.
It was clear that they needed to change. And we had hoped that with the sensitivity and good faith and relative, I would say, let me leave it at sensitive way in which the negotiations were conducted, not in the public domain, that we would have in good faith been able to reach.
So Cuba say it wrong, and Cuba deny the one of this, you know. It's there. Them say them bow to US. Cuba deny everything what she has said. She them fooling up. Them don't know if you tell me something, the other country will respond and answer. And I tell the truth. Cuba said them put them out. And it's bad because you hurt the people of the country. So this was she has a lie. Completely lie. See? Straight up lie. See, continue. Can Cuba put up them thing in there?
Agreement, and it is regrettable that we were unable to so do.
Minister, I'm reliably informed that you gave them a deal that they just could not accept. You wanted to pay them directly. They would pay taxes, and then I'm asking for confirmation.
What's wrong with
I'm asking for confirmation.
Member.
And then I'm asking for confirmation.
Member.
You
Is that a yes or no? You have to remain focused on the line item on the page.
all right, okay,
Line
okay,
item
okay,
and
all right, understood. All right,
And be guided, you are protected. Just use the mic.
okay, okay. All right, understood, Chair. One final question. Was this decision to renegotiate it influenced any at all by the United States government?
No.
It was not.
This is, you know, we are in an environment where it is clear that there have been concerns expressed by the United States government about the operation of Cuban medical programs across the world. So clearly they had expressed concerns about all programs and accordingly would have expressed concerns about Jamaica. You would have heard us defending the program in various contexts because when they come here, we do our very best to be respectful and ensure that our treatment of them accords with the laws of Jamaica.
But nobody never say no disrespect them or nothing. I just Rubio have a problem and Trump. 50 years. Them get put out already by Seago and the Reagan. Republican government. And come back and come do it again. Happen again. I know who suffer the people then because it's impossible for Jamaica to train up. We don't even have no nurses and doctors. This is bullshit. Yeah? No nurse and doctor. So Cuba say, so they never know 2 days ago. See, they want to look on it. See, there? Cuba said Jamaica yield to US pressure to withdraw our medical workers news. Cuba tell themselves, see, I blow to the island team. Cuba themselves answer. No joke. Okay? See the paper carry too. So I lie, shall tell. This is how them just bare face. Them rather hurt and kill with people. Them. Remember when I'm not, remember we still shot doctors and nurses, you know, enough. In our just the West alone, them have nearly 2,000 nurses and things shot. Special nurses, this are 2,000. 1,000 enough, 1,900. Just one that have 2,000. Just one part. I remember them part up in our kind of cancer. Them part up, right? Them have the western part. It's shorter like nearly 2,000. Just down the alone. Can you imagine up more and the upper? Yes. See? It's short. Nearly 2,000. No, you say no, the look one them for balance. We are them. Someone are blind now. We see if we don't look like iron all kind of thing. You don't know if not the money. That are the fish clinic help a lot of uno. Yeah? Who no back on the site. Yeah? And enough of them enough of them rural and all over the place of work because we short and them good. And them repair equipment too. So when she attack a lie, see Cuba, see that? Let me show you again. And it's there. See, these are the gleaner. So I know my saying. See, Cuba answer there. Cuba does say Jamaica bow to US pressure. 277 medical practitioners, professionals serving in Jamaica. And to them they say no some already, you know, them did have nearly 400. And them get rid of some already. A matter of fact, last year, them did say, oh, them want a contract just done, so that's why them are leave. So, oh, she come and say 2023 now. You can't play about the last year tape, them two lie. One government can't lie like this. One government can't lie so. You remember some of them did leave, you know. When Tough Tongue himself come and say, well, this contract did up. So it never renewed. So them the one did leave. That's when them that put out some. Say them contract just up. Now, him said them one year, I'm not play me now. Because remember, she said the contract up from 2023. And when your contract up, them a negotiate before it up. I mean, I know when them just signed something for 2023 when people just come in at the pandemic. You know, like 2021, 2020 and 2021. You know, sign them for 2 years. Because we short a nurse and doctor. So, oh, why tough than the one find them for 2 years if him a go Philippines and go India for go look for nurse and doctor, Africa spend more money. He wouldn't want to sign him for 2 years. He wouldn't even, if he could have get 10 in that suit him, can want to give them house and things. So nobody want to sign no doctor and nurse in 2 years. That is bullshit again. Okay? Continue.
And best international labor law practice. Where?
You know, best international labor law. The people that complain about anything in Jamaica, just said best international labor law practice. Eh? You are pay them in a bit. Listen, if the people them come and say them do this free, none of them now complain how them live. Them not say Jamaica treat them as Jamaica them there. Them they are all over the world. Barbados say, listen, we rather stay with them. We never make UNO make our hospital run out. Barbados, were small, where the population of Portmore bigger than them. Small place. But them can't stand up with guts. And other Caribbean islands say the same thing. In a St. Lucia, the Prime Minister down there said, them tell him to end the program and run them home. Them not do it. So them not doing it. See? Jamaica, you hurt the people. Them the same people I run up and down with no can't find money to go. Not even private. Wanna fly out. Wanna evil. Yes. And them two lie. Continue.
The program came into conflict with those things. Unfortunately, we were unable to reach agreement on correcting them, and that is.
So sister came into what kind of conflict? Oh, we never have a conflict till when Rubio come tell me so we have them a do this and them a do that. That don't make no sense. It don't. All right. Move she. Because you hear what I want to ask now.
The Auditor General had flagged several procurement breaches, about $500 million of projects that had no documentation for it. With the same management, the same board in place, even when we are facing a revolt against senior management by the staff currently, are you confident giving that same institution $1.38 billion with all of the procurement issues presided by over the same management that is there now?
Well, first of all, I am not going to comment too much on the Cornwall issue. I know the UE issue. I've heard you comment extensively on it and appear to have sometimes more information than I. What I will say, however, is that it's not the same management. There is a different manager in the institution, Mr. Eric Hussein. The board has been adjusted, but the chairman remains the same. The chairman did not preside over the entire process. And as you know, or should.
But them still preside over the process and them still have a briefing by the chairman. The whole entire process. But you keep the chairman, your friend. Continue. Tough town.
No. The board is made up of nominees from various entities, not just from the minister's nomination. In fact,
so himself from various entities, various. And him have say, yeah, so him have the minimum. That is bullshit. You say various entities. That means you have the hear this.
As Minister of Health and Wellness, I nominate a minority of the board members of the University Hospital, 8 of 18.
8 of 18. So him say, him nominate the minority. That leave 10. So if you leave 10, I don't know how much like what I say now, but if you leave 10 and then the university and other place are picked a 2 and a 3 and a thing, who have the majority? If you have a board and you have 18, but you have 8 shares out of the 18, and a man they have 2, and the next man they have 5, and the next man have 3. Who are majority owner? Who are majority? No must me have the 8. Yeah, what I'm saying, him pick the minority, you know, 8. But 8, and one entity alone pick the rest, the 10, you know. Different entities. That means him have the majority same way. Him a idiot and so much too. Listen again, listen.
Entire process.
Listen.
And as you know, or should know, the board is made up of nominees from various entities, not just from the minister's nomination. In fact, as Minister of Health and Wellness, I nominate a minority of the board members of the University Hospital, 8 of 18.
Yes.
The others come in from the University of the West Indies and from a few other medical bodies.
So all your man nominate the less. Or be minority. Dr. Dawes, you know, him nominate majority. If a few medical bodies have nominated other people out of the 10, that means him nominate. So Mikey, if you nominate 2, and Patricia, you nominate 2, and 5 other entities nominate 2. And who nominate majority? Remember 6 away at the nomination, and maybe 7, 8 away. So him nominate him not minority. That is majority. Eh? Or him do free maths. Eh? You see what I talk about? You see what I talk about, Mikey? Eh? If you nominate 8, if you nominate 9, it'll be half. 9 and 9 are 18. 10 leave, but different medical board and thing nominate who figure up on the board. And not 1. And like me nominate 8 and 1 board now, 1 like University of the West Indies nominate the next 10. Then them have majority. No, it's a different, you nominate who them nominate on the board. That means him have majority, yeah? The rest have minority, 1 or 2 are right wrong. Who nominate a 1 day and the next, you know, Dr. Carter nominate somebody and the next university man to nominate 2 out of 8. That means him nominate majority. Continue.
So it's while I could have changed the nominee for chairman, in my judgment, I thought he could manage with the board members that were there and others that were nominated, and the change management. Plus, of course, you would have heard that we appointed an oversight team to look at the institution with all of its complexities and to make some recommendations, which I'm awaiting in another month or 6 weeks. They have 3 months or so. When we get that report, we will make whatever decision.
And the man from the port and Matsima use, you know. Because I know when you broke it down, if leaching at the share wall, they have the most share out there, so. Because you have enough more share wall, you know. Have enough shares. But if leaching have the most, my majority share wall, so him run the camp, or some know it go. So if you nominate 8 out of 10, but you have other entities, I don't know if 10 different entities nominate 1-1 or 2-2, but on a 1 entity. And from a 1 entity, that means on a 3, 4, 5, you know, say, well, I have 12, them split it 5-5. I him nominate the most out of the whole 18. So I don't know him turn minority. I don't know him do free maths, but tough turn your maths wrong, brother. Yeah, continue.
Around what is being recommended. It's a competent team. There are representatives from the University of the West Indies, from the private sector, and they possess, I believe, the skill sets to assess.
So them nominate from University of the West Indies and from our private sector, different. So we matter about him a minority. Nominate minority. No, him nominate the most.
Yes, the systemic challenges at the university, which are challenges that has a historical context, as you know, well before my time in terms of procurement processes and so on. But I'm not prepared to cast any judgment as of now until that report comes forth. And at that point, we will comment more authoritatively on it. And that will...
So him female should have gone, you know. But him put in what for do investigation and then him now comment on something. You hear this, Michael?
Find its way as far as the cabinet for its guidance.
So I should take it from your statements that the CEO is currently on vacation leave, is not coming back. Because you said there's a new CEO.
There's a new acting CEO. I make no judgment.
But the CEO is on vacation.
Yes.
So he's technically still the CEO.
There's a CEO on the job working, which is not the same,
until the CEO comes back from vacation.
No, listen to me, member.
We're talking about the $1.3 billion, you know.
Member,
it's not going to be spent.
You're going to ask a question and allow the minister to answer. Please.
There is a CEO on the job now. There's a CEO on the job now. And there's a board with a board chairman, and there's a committee that is assessing to provide some information.
What I'm asking, Minister, is how long is the tenure of the acting CEO, and will he still be in place after the CEO who has tenure comes back from his vacation?
And I'm saying to you that the board, the board provides the guidance on those decisions. And I have confidence in the board to make that decision when the time comes. There are many things that are happening at this point in time. You will recall that the board called in the fraud squad, for example, who are investigating. I don't know where those investigations are going to lead, or who may be implicated, or what may be the results. There are members here, yourself included, who have spent time defending your own involvement or lack thereof. I cast no judgment on that either. So what I'm saying, it's a very fluid situation. From my vantage point, I have appointed a board with a chairman, a committee to look at the systemic challenges within the institution, and there is a temporary CEO to govern the day-to-day activities. And I believe that's the best we can do at this point until further notice based on all else that is happening.
So it's safe to say that there is no new CEO. There's no newly appointed CEO.
Can you move on to the next question?
You can't answer. Hey, you see it? That will tell us to them people, you know, me like this when them talk and ask them questions, them can't, because them dumb. Hear this, remember, hear that one here.
4234, Bellevue Hospital.
4234.
We have spoken quite a bit about mental health.
Yes.
And destigmatization. In a recent visit to Bellevue, I can assure you Bellevue is not an 800-bed facility. Some wards are unusable. They're in a deplorable state, and they cannot house patients. Patients are frequently, I'm told, turned away.
That bad enough.
But yet there's no capital budget.
That bad enough. When you have people lose and go and cuckoo and you turn them back. You know have somebody in your family and them really gone and you cannot rope them up and carry them and them turn them back for go to sleep in your house. And for them all cuckoo come chop in your sleep and all kind of things when them this bad. Patient that turn away. This is everywhere, everywhere gone over. All right, country can't run like this. Continue.
And this hospital was not included in any of the capital projects.
What's the question?
The question is, why doesn't Bellevue have a capital budget so it can have proper facilities, repairs, expansion, since we value mental health so much?
All right, so I do agree with you, member, that mental health is a real challenge. And the truth is, Bellevue has been doing a very good job in managing its component of that portfolio.
But you do a good job when you turn back people, Michael. Oh, this is do a good job. If you turn a patient, you put people life in a danger. This bad, and him said to do a good job. Continue.
The other aspects of it being the parish mental health teams that are across the country and hospitals and in the field. So you can't assess the mental health function by just looking at Bellevue. Having said that,
Brother, where you take Tough tongue, you know better than this. So if we Bellevue at the headquarters, and if you see Bellevue it a turn back, then we could place in some of that place can enough hospital where you carry people there now. We carry Georgia already in brother them beat him in the must joke. When I'm there, we have something with happening or something. Brother them beat him and wake me up. And wake up one of my brethren there, me and him, one of my police brethren, you know, carry him, yeah, carry him go a KPH the time. You know, so when them there talk about him and the king and him this and them one bag of thing, 4 thing I'm head, you know. Saying the doctor don't look about him. The doctor said we have to carry him a Bellevue. And that we have to do. We have to carry him a Bellevue. Yeah, you understand? Yeah. You understand? So we have to carry him a Bellevue. When they talk about Bellevue, I say, now look over this. The rest of people, them are mad all over the place. Them not get no treatment. Them not get nothing. If the headquarters for insane people now run right, what do you think that the rest of people are going to look? What happened to him? It not run good. It does not run good. So much not look panic like this. That make it even worse. You understand? Them not even a budget for them because them are mad people already. Them for just stay. Them they've never budget. This bad. Okay.
Bellevue is the premier mental health institution. There's a 200 million in the budget to support technical studies. To look at the redevelopment of Bellevue.
Yeah,
now, where are we with that process? It's now in the final stages of the procurement process. The intention, and I believe I had spoken to it before, is to build a 100-bed acute facility, a new building, as part of the new Bellevue in terms of.
So when you want to talk about a study, a technical study, when the people them mother appear to talk about building and spending money, you know, not to look at the people and treat them, you know. Appear that them depend for 10 years, you know. So when them say this now, it's so nice from the outside. Oh, them do a technical study, them friend I get the money. What kind of technical study? Eh? If you go build out, and part of this, you go build out a 100 bed, a new building, a new facility. Make them have the thing right now. Yeah, where Dr. Da said, some of it's closed on it can't it not use. It broken. He might talk something different. No maintenance, but he might go to study 200 million with him friend, them I get that. If you go to technical study, people for the go against this, you're not getting no service. None. Continue.
Of inpatient care, acute care, as well as to look at the rest of Bellevue to determine how best to move it forward. So what I'll assure you and the country is that over the next few years, the Bellevue will be transformed to representing a more modern mental health facility,
you know what,
as well as support.
So this makes sense to you? 1 decade when already, you know. This makes sense? And it will transform and we are going to study and, you know, modern. Chatting no mean nothing to you, you know. This is bullshit. Eh? Studies, everything we do is studies and then put group and do this. Them now in the country. The people I realize so much of the talking and now when I done, you know. Continue.
The other elements of mental illness in the field, where according to the 2016 Earl Wright report on mental health.
Earl Wright report. All the one, hey, them have to stop this, you know. But one the people them forget service, brother. You have some people them that gone to the brink, them can come back if them they get early treatment. It don't make no sense. Them are leave them not get no treatment and get worse. When them in a state where it's hard for them come back. And 1 decade. And I go back decade and I sit down and I talk about study and go up on early report 2016, 10 years ago. We don't want to hear about no report. This is bullshit again. Play.
Homelessness. More of the mental health functions are to be conducted in communities as opposed to institutionalization. That's a new approach. And we have started that process.
As you speak about reintegration or doing mental health work in the communities, you speak about an increase in the reintegration rates, yet you have cut the occupational and reintegration budget. How can you demand more with less?
So first of all, your interpretation is incorrect. Let me try and just clarify the vision for you. The vision is to focus on treating patients within their communities through outreach.
So all you say it incorrect. But in vision, I'll be a guy with him talking, you know. Let me continue.
To institutionalize less, and the Bellevue operation itself had most of its patients there, more than half, who were there more as social cases. So persons whose conditions were controlled through medication or otherwise, but had nowhere to go, and as a consequence, were living at Bellevue as a social case. Part of the overall redevelopment is to separate the population, move those out or somewhere else, some sort of a halfway house, for want of a better terminology, and to minimize inpatient care by treating acute cases within a period of time and then managing those cases outside of the institutional.
Brother, the best place to keep them, can you tell you remove them in a halfway house? With doctor, you have still have to find them kind of doctor, then you forgot the halfway house to go treat them. Better do halfway house right on Jamaica, the more money that. More than them have much acre and a Bellevue, more than them there Bellevue, and you deal with them who can come out now and go home. You know, them good. But halfway house, eh? You might deal with it like at some crackhead, you know. Them not mad, but I do some crackhead. Cokehead and crackhead. And put in a halfway house and then them treat you and then get you clean and then you come out. When you have a mental state where it stay away like this, you know, like them crackhead people, you know. You have crackhead people, them have mental problem and that make it even double up. But now like crackhead people, you get them clean and then you get them to stop smoke and use the halfway house. And also, wait, you come halfway house and them stop get mad. You hear that? Hey, Mike, you be a foolish stuff don't talk, you know. I really PR guy, you know. A PR guy. A garbage this, you know. Continue. Yes.
The problem with that, Minister, is that you cannot treat them acutely if you have no beds.
I just spoke to you about the expansion plans.
The expansion, but what about now?
Thank you.
Well, people are there now. And there are always short-term efforts to improve.
So, yeah, no people are there now, but Dr. Dad just said them are turn back people. A lot of people them turn away. Yeah, no people are there now. He might tell you about a plan and them a study.
Improve the conditions if there needs to be. But the transformation of Bellevue is going to be a much more comprehensive project. And I can assure you, member, that during the course of this financial year, we will unveil what that transformation will look like in terms of concrete, mortar, and bed count, and where the focus will be. But again, let me emphasize.
Let me ask you something now. So we have them doctor that will deal with the Bellevue, them kind of Bellevue patients and the nurse them, brother. We have the staff, we have them, we don't have them. Can you have them doctor with patients will deal with them, and every doctor deal with them, you know. Them sick people there, you know. No. And we don't have them, you know. So they matter about for bill and study and all that. You have to address all these situations too.
Is not to institutionalize, and that's the best practices globally, by the way. I'm going by the advice of the experts, and I would certainly commend the 2016 report, Mental Health and Homelessness.
So hold on. So you have a 2016 report, and 10 years after, you are telling me about it and you comment it. Or you get a report and sit down on it for 10 years. That means you're not doing nothing. So you comment it. 10 years, 2016, not 2026. And look on the state of the thing. He seem to tie up himself too, you know. Yes. They might get club and tie up more. Continue.
This task force report, which is available to give you some indication as to what we're working on and what we have been working on.
I understand the plan for greater.
So you get the report for 2016 and you work on a plan, and 10 years on. The plan to start work, you tell me say you work on a plan and you comment that. Eh? People not say what happened to Jamaica. Continue.
Community-based care and call it downsizing of Bellevue, that has been around from about 2007. But it's not.
I'm referring you to the more modern,
I know, but
recent 2016 report.
The idea has been around, but it's not working. Every now and again, we hear about somebody who assaults someone. We've heard the horror stories, chopping up someone, grabbing a policeman's gun, using a hammer, and then the community descends on them. And all of this stems from poor community management. When you have an acute psychotic break, you hardly have teams that are out there. That is underfunded. When they go to the hospitals, they are kept on.
That's true. It's true. Put it up back. Ready? Stop the family. All right.
Question. You have here under 22,000.
Hold on. I'm going to finish that one now. Yeah. One and not playing. All right. So I'm going to move that one now. All right. I'm going to put up our next one here. I'm going to put up our next one here. Before I put up Ian, I'm going to put up one with Bug Life. I'm going to put up one with Bug Life too, you know. See? I have to put up one with Bug Life. Let me see what I go on here. So, Bug Life. Hold on there. I could put up one with Bug Life. This one here. People want to hear about that one with the road. I have to watch that one here, you know. Hear that one here. Hear that one here.
Starting, just taking up from where member from Northwest Clarendon left off with the Spark program. I just want to ask a question to put into context the Spark. What is the total number of roads listed across Jamaica, and what is the kilometer associated with that total? And then tell me what is the total amount of roads associated with its Spark and the amount of kilometers now which will be associated with the Spark program.
Hear this.
He doesn't actually.
So we have about 26,000 kilometers of roads across the island. We do not assess the number of roads, we assess the amount of kilometers.
All right, so 26,000 kilometers.
Do you when just said what Bug Life just said? A kilometer, them not deal with the amount of road. 26,000 kilometer road.
And for Spark, we're doing how many?
We are going to be doing about 630 roads.
No, it's...
Hey, them people, they might eat that, you know. You when just said what? You just ask him the amount of, you know, them say kilometer. Can I read it after what them give? Him say them doing kilometer. Now, if you talk about road, 630 road, when you say a kilometer, you're dealing. Yeah? How much money I got to the Sparks? 26,000 kilometer road, you know. We have to deal with it, you know. Play it back again. Listen.
All right, Minister, starting, just taking up from where member from Northwest Clarendon left off with the Spark program. I just want to ask a question to put into context the Spark. What is the total number of roads listed across Jamaica, and what is the kilometer associated with that total? And then tell me what is the total amount of roads associated with its Spark and the amount of kilometers now which will be associated with the Spark program.
He doesn't actually.
So we have about 26,000 kilometers of roads across the island. We do not assess the number of roads, we assess the amount of kilometers.
So 26,000 kilometers.
Thereabout.
And for Spark, we're doing how many?
We are going to be doing about 630 roads.
No, you said kilometers.
Yes, a kilometer.
Just say you know the road. You say you don't know road, so you say kilometer.
Okay. Thank you.
Look here.
So there are about 630 roads that we're going to be doing, which are community roads, and about 60 main roads. The reason why the number is 27,000 and not divided into individual roads is that a lot of the roads in Jamaica are not under the governance of NWA. Some of them are private roads, some of them are orphan roads. But as part of our evolution into a proper road management system, the what's the name of the geospatial unit? The National Spatial Unit was sent out to map road distance. But when we did the Spark program, we did a consultation where people chose individual roads. And those are the roads that we're repairing now.
So to answer the question, Minister, you're saying overall there are about 26 kilometers of road. That is overall, not NWA alone.
26,000 kilometers of road.
But for Spark, we are doing 250 kilometers of road. That's
no, I said we're doing 630 roads.
But in kilometers, that is 250.
The Spark program was not defined by per kilometer.
No, man, understood. But in the
when answer him do it in a kilometer, then when them ask him, I tell about road. This about life. And them have as minister. But it's still a work out in a kilometer same way. So them ask how much kilometer road they are do. We have spent 58 billion, 26,000 kilometer road. And you do him say not it wrong in the book. But that in the book, you know. See there? That in the book. He must say around 1,200 out of 26,000 for 40 billion, 50 billion, 48 billion.
book it says we will rehabilitate in 250 kilos based on the physical target.
150.
I'm just clarifying if that's the correct information.
Let's say we're doing about 1,200 kilometers of Spark roads.
1,200?
Yes.
So why would the physical target suggest 250? At 19,000 C18, it is saying physical targets initially.
250.
Rehabilitation of 250 kilometers of road pavement. So is that an incorrect statement in the budget?
I'm trying to find what you're talking about.
19,000 C18 in the capital budget. Physical targets. Number 7. Yes. So is that an incorrect statement?
That would probably be for the fiscal year, but
no, man, this is the overall physical target.
Well, that would not be correct.
All right, why couldn't it be for the fiscal years? Because in the same, at number 6 is stating the total amount allocated for Spark, which is 45 billion.
That could not be correct.
Billion.
So the 250 is incorrect?
Yes, that is incorrect.
It's not correct.
Okay. So the real figure should have been what? Let me just add it.
Overall, we're doing 1,200 kilometers of Spark road.
So at those 1,200 kilometers, take off 45 billion. I will have 26,000 kilometers. We just have 1,200 kilometers for 45 billion. Eh? No, this bad now. See? We just say, Johnson, you say no sound, everybody hear me. I hear myself. But I hear myself, but I have sound, man. No, man. Just restart the thing, Johnson, and do your thing. Yes. So you hear this now, Michael? So we have 26,000 kilometer road. And we at 200 and add them having at the book, you know. But them have said them do $45 billion. Yeah? You understand? Yes. Now him say 1,200. 45 billion. That means most of the people, most of Jamaica are fixed. No, it don't even touch. Most of the place they even get a touch. And most of the way them say them do already, when them spend the money do, them they want to pull them up already and all kind of things, you know. Yeah? Continue.
1,200 kilometers.
1,200 kilometers.
Okay. And you said no for the difference between parochial and main roads. You said 630 parochial and 63 main roads roughly would be the total.
That's correct. That's
all right, Minister.
You can't ask.
All right, just to add on to that question, could you tell us the average per constituency that 690 plus roads represent?
So
is it an equal allocation?
The Spark program is not predicated on per kilometer in terms, the Spark program. Spark program is predicated on the roads suggested in the consultation, where each constituency got 10 roads.
Each 10.
Right.
So the answer is 10 per constituency, Minister.
So there are 10 roads per constituency.
That's all I'm asking, Minister. Okay. Our Minister, another follow-up question. Based on how I know the system operates, you would have instructed roads to commence. How many roads would you have instructed persons to commence, and what you think would have been a reasonable allocation to complete such?
So we are expecting, we have started 163 roads, which is what we have instructed to commence. And your second question was?
No,
him said we have started 163 roads. That means we have started every constituency. We have started 100 and none not finished. All right, continue.
So an article saying it's instructed 401. So is that incorrect?
No, we're saying by a particular time we will. That's not what we have done.
All right, for the so you have instructed them to commence 163. 163. And what would you think would have been a reasonable allocation to complete this 163?
Everything I'm asking, you know.
That's hard to define as it transcends financial years. So I would have to go and look for that information.
It's hard to define and what must say?
All right, Minister. Ask in the context. I realized that last financial year it would have been budgeted that 20 billion would have been spent this year and 14 next year to complete. And notice now there's only 4.5 that is really allocated this year.
So you said 20 last year, them never spend 20 billion unless them just buy vote and buy them thing. And then to 14 this year. Yeah, remember 45, them said them have enough. But 20 last year, 14 this year. Now it gone down to 4. It's 4 billion. Yeah? 14 to 4.
So knowing that is only 4.5 billion allocated for this financial year, what is the reasonable expectation with regards to the amount of roads we can complete?
But Andrew said them did have the whole money not true for the spark money already, the 45 billion. Eh? Now 4 billion, them said them have the road this year. No road not touch. Eh? All right, continue.
In this period.
I didn't hear that one. Can you repeat that question from me, please?
Minister, any to repeat that question?
Yes.
I want you to repeat that.
Sounded 2 billion.
Sounded 2 billion.
Minister, I'm saying that last time we had predicted to allocate 20 billion for this financial year and 14 next year to complete. Only 4.5 billion is allocated this year. So what is the reasonable expectation of the amount of roads that we can actually complete based on what you're starting in this financial year?
I did say at the beginning that we expect that the contract will be completed, and we have a discussion to the Ministry of Finance where the Ministry of Finance has committed to provide the additional resources to complete the project.
So you're still expecting to complete in the duration that was originally there?
We're expected to complete it within contract, yes.
Okay, I ask that again because I noticed in the budget it is spread out to 2030 with allocations of 4.5 this year. I think next year the allocation is 8, then 12, then 8. So since...
So, them spread it out, what you might tell lie then? You see it? You might say, yes, the budget, this and that, but them spread it out for the whole 5 years. So they never expect to do the whole part neither, you know. And that's a puppet thing because if they never take for election, the money they're there. But it's spread out to 2030. You see it? That means by you faith, run out to the road and then become patch. And by you run it out and by the next year, then patch them move again. You go back to square one. Nothing now do. Can you remember them not do nothing good enough, man? Continue.
It has now stretched out to 2030.
Yeah.
Is it that we are still expecting to complete within the original duration? And why, if that's the case, we have it spread out to 2030?
2030. Yes.
So
we want anything you know.
So
key question. Just spread it out.
Is your purple tie look like you're going to marry?
Yes, Minister.
You ready?
I've been ready.
So that probably is a projection. What we do know is that we have a binding contract that has a start date and an end date, and the government is obligated.
You must have binding contract. Yeah? And it's going to end by this. Same with the doctor. If you say the doctor contract, a binding contract end from 2023, why the doctor them just still at Jamaica work without a contract for 3 years? That means Cuba not so hard then. You make doctor work for 3 years. Yes, she said the contract end. We have tough time and say, well, the contract, some people last year when they go home, because them contract just done. See? Tough time say something different and she comes say something different. Then fool your fart. Continue.
And committed to providing the resource. What I'm saying to you is that based on the budget trends,
yes,
and if you can look at the mobile perimeter road as one example, capital funds can be moved from place to place throughout the financial year. So as the Spark program accelerates, the projections that are in the book may not hold true. It may mean that the Ministry of Finance, which they have expressed a willingness to do, will transfer funds.
You know what it means? Away in the book you follow. That don't make no sense. When I talk, make no sense about capital expenditure can move from place to place. We don't want to hear that. That is bullshit. Continue.
As they have done before, which is why we are now at 100% of our capital spending in this ministry.
Yeah.
They will give us the funds to complete the program.
So this budget was a joke.
Well, Minister, last question on that. Since we have moved from the 20 to 4.5 for this fiscal year, what estimated fiscal impact you think it would happen based on this reduction in capital investment in this financial year?
I must apologize, my colleague. I cannot comment on fiscal impact. That's a matter for the Ministry of Finance.
Yeah, they know now.
Okay, Minister. Can you turn to 19,009 in the recurrent bridge rehabilitation and maintenance? Just a question.
Repeat that for me. What was your question?
Capital 19,000.
19,009, activity 10625 on a bridge rehabilitation and maintenance. Just a couple of questions.
19,000.
And a recurrent.
Oh, recurrent?
Yes.
19,000 is capital.
No, it's.
When was the 19,009? Going back to the recurrent budget.
Okay, you may go ahead.
Minister, the figure for the allocation for bridge rehabilitation notice is 240, and it states that there's an allocation in that for 133 to complete the Craig Mill Bridge. So that would leave a remainder of 127.
Mm-hmm.
Is it reasonable to assume that 127 billion would be an average amount to rehabilitate one particular bridge?
No. So this fund
yes.
that you see here, part of it is for Craig Mill, as you see.
Yes.
There is some for Spring Village, which is in St. Catherine.
Oh.
And there is some for maintenance of other bridges across the island.
Okay, I was asking because of the number of bridges across Jamaica that are in a deplorable condition, including some that would have been affected in Hurricane Melissa.
There's a different program for that.
Yeah, I heard you mention earlier that there are only 3 that were damaged in the hurricane. So just for clarification, if you could list those, because I know in my constituency alone there are 2, and we have submitted those. But based on the damages assessed, what is the allocation now that you have in place for that particular program to repair those bridges, not only those damaged in Hurricane Melissa, but those that were long-standing from before?
So the National Works Agency would have about 800 bridges that is in our custody.
Yes.
Annually, we assess about 10% of our bridges. We have a program called the Accelerate.
But this dangerous too, you know. If you have a National Work Agency, when it was PWD and them change it, them still just change the name, National Work Agency. All right, if you have a National Work Agency, you got 10%, you have 800 bridge. Anything can pop down. Remember, every vehicle run upon them anytime. is that it will be compulsory that them test every bridge every year. Or if say them say right, this them if test every year because I think I drive pan it when I know what change. It's simple. You have to go check. You have to find a way to go check them. I for them job that if you have a certain amount of crew will go and make sure maintenance on them bridge. Them always maintain bridge. You don't play with bridge. You don't play with bridge and people life. Don't do that. 10% or 800. Eh? So you have 800 bridge and them are going to test 80 every year. That no make no sense to me. You understand? That can't make no sense. That dangerous to people. When you hear them around a country though. You hear a country around and I like them say them test it up. You can't bridge and something more you just. Can't anything can happen. You have fixed road and you have move some heavy traffic. Missy trailer. I carry some bulldozers that were well big. You know them kind of big and some of that big things. So I double weight that. And it's a pass from bridge. It a drive go pan bridge, them not drive pan them one. So I double weight that and you drive pan them bridge and do all kind of thing. You have a test bridge. Them always have to test it. Them have to have people, engineer who go deal with it. Yeah? Continue.
Bridge program, which for this year is going to look at fixing approximately 47 bridges across the island, a large portion of which are in the disaster area. These bridges would have been assessed from before the hurricane. The damage to the 3 bridges during the hurricane were assessed as bridges that were damaged and require intervention.
Okay.
We would not have put out minor damage as damage that require intervention.
But where you call minor damage? So let me ask you now, you have a big hurricane and you not test the whole 800 bridges? You're crazy? That's even worse. You can't test 10% of the bridge now. Impossible. You can't have one of the biggest category 5 star run through the place and you not test every single bridge. You see them around putting a life though. This makes sense? Eh? So them test where them want to test, I do a sample at 10%. And that's okay. Eh? Me showing you somewhere in a Portland where them have them put up a water bridge. Pump bar just put it up. And when you look that washroom, I don't know what that them building up. Me show it right there. Right there. They just build. I don't know how much millions of dollars they spend on it. Me say I can't show you a piece of it. Yeah? Me say I can't show you a piece of it now. I hate this. Me say if I hate this. And under it that in people. It's a walk bridge. Nothing under it. Just look. Send go take it and a joke me and make. See there? Me and show me it connect pan. And that under it. Part of road. See there connect there. See drop down there. Pump valve just build this the other day. Little water just run just the other day and this it do it. So for the road there, you see under it? Me show you the other part and show it good. See structure there right there. So let me show them the next part. Hold on. Let me see this. Come with the one shown under the bridge. Look here. This is Portland, you know. And I can show you the water high when it was spread to it. The water going back to it. See I that walk footbridge. Him just put it on that, but everything rock out already. I don't know what this them build. See there? See under it there, just build. When the water that come down, it's terribly, you know. And this is what them do. See? And I can show you when it was for the other day too. Right? The Korean come and that them get. Alright, see it. So it was for you. So it crack up and everything. Top of it, see it drop there. See that 1 foot brand new, see that? See there? Yes. So these are what I try to show you. That's a brand new bridge you just built. Yeah? And see the one of that, it's no good. It's no good. See there? When you look at waterfall, I just tell you this, you know. Let me tell you how I tell you the date. See there, see water there when it's a fall, see there? Footbridge in same building now. And that wash it away. One little water like this and it wash away already. This house date. Let me show you the date. 25th of February. We're not gonna fall, see there? 25th February. It just go what, 2 weeks? Yeah, my man J. Oh yeah, my man J. Yeah, you have advice. All right. Yeah. Everybody pan line at yo. Mike G, say them at yo. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. See, you see this? Yeah, man. Teacher, you have a storm, and this is what them a tell me. 10% of
Okay.
it.
I didn't ask about minor damage. Everything we speak of would be major, like the ones you spoke about.
We have 3 bridges that were damaged in Melissa that received major damage. That require intervention.
All right, last question, Minister. 19,002. I'm going to refer to 19,002 and 19,000 C1. When they head in road construction and repairs. So for 19,002, I noticed that the approved estimates would have had 11 billion. The revised would have had 16. But now the estimates for 26-27 would be down by half, 50% from the revised to 8 billion. And in the capital budget on 19,000 C1, it would have gone down by about 20%. So I'm asking, with the deteriorating road conditions that we have had before Melissa and complicated by Melissa, how do you justify the figure being reduced by such a significant amount for road construction and repairs?
Well, I did say already that the Ministry of Finance does make allocations throughout the year during supplementary estimate as the need arises. And
So why wouldn't it be in the original?
Supplementary.
Since we already know the situation, why wouldn't we have budgeted for it from now instead of waiting on the supplementary to the stuff like that?
I note your comment, and I'll definitely ask the Ministry of Finance why they didn't do it immediately rather than do it over time.
Why are you trying
I'm here that.
anti-favor under the bus?
Yeah, now. Wait, but that's funny. Why you throw who? Why you throw who under the bus? I wouldn't just say a while. Why you throw mommy return under the bus?
In the original. Since we already know the situation, why wouldn't we have budgeted for it from now instead of waiting on the supplementary to the stuff like that?
I note your comment, and I'll definitely ask the Ministry of Finance why they didn't do it immediately rather than do it over
Why are
time.
you throwing anti-favor under the bus?
Thank you, Minister. No further questions.
Yeah, this stuff. I would not say that the while. Why you throwing anti mummy under the bus? And that them say? Why you throwing anti mummy under the bus? Boy, them so them want them to just continue to tell lies, so but you think them people now have no sense when they have a question, you know? Eh? I will say it. Let me play this. Fast.
Pipeline and transmission main replacement. 300.
What happened to me thing again, man? Play that one, yeah.
The questions head 22,000. NWC capital expenditure 26-27. 3.57 billion, and it's broken down into 1.86 billion upgrade water.
I want one with it. You know, say, all right, them two are not play. So you make a do. I can't back now the later show and play them two. They come have to play them two there. Yeah. But we love this. We love about opposition. When we run through no homework, man, and deal with them, man. And the question them solid and them are buff shuffle around there, so. I'll bug life about shuffling, like a big garbage attack, you know, going out and say kilometer. Now when you bought them like this, you know, say them over there, so them are circus. Them are circus. A circus thing them. We not have to say it, you know, but them belongs to circus on here. Trying to fool up people and go around. And by the way, as I said before, them should show the cube on them. Them should not move the cube on them and not hurt the people them. Me hear that one you talk foolishness and I just play it fast. I don't know. I play this fast. Because me hear one of them attack some foolishness. I don't know where, and let me play this first. Let me play this first. This Fitz. Let me play what Fitz say also. Well, on there. Fitz, I play before anything else. You know, I play later, but let me see something with you. Let me play it from the phone itself. Well, on there. Fitz there.
If it understand something here, this is where I come to get the answer.
And nothing is wrong with that.
That's in the corridor.
And nothing is wrong with that. The finance committee is not for that, member.
Madam
Member
Speaker,
Jackson.
am I going to be permitted to say?
No, but your question.
I am framing my question, or I choose to frame it.
She out of there, you know.
And we seek clarification. Not just to get a straight answer. Clarification. So if I don't understand something here, this is where I come to get the answer.
And nothing is wrong with that.
That's in the corridor. And I don't know about anybody else. But nobody that can muscle me here. So if I don't understand something.
we dance of here tell dead man say, when my dead him for look about him grandkids, you. I'm here, dead MP. Where name again? I've got to tell them man say, this over your pay grade. Yeah, them man, I deal with them man. Them frightened, them never know say some, people this way I deal with them case. Yes, them I deal with them case the right way. And ask the right question. Them think them stupid. She should not share nothing at all about you don't ask. Yeah, either. That's what them ask question, man. That's what them have to ask question about with the foolishness. Nobody with it. See? Nobody with it. We don't have foolishness. Yeah. Later I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave some other thing that's for later. Yeah. I'll leave some other thing that's for later. But remember this. We run here, we are dealing with morals, and when we are dealing with morals, the morals up, we know. Yeah, we're born raper freak here. Always remember this. No guy will get up and do this. No guy win a business. I'm gonna tell some little son, man. No, you can't use no raper to kill nobody boy. Always remember this. You see anything where you see so, and you see people get sentenced with 13-year-old. Look on this. You think this look good? You'd have your 13-year-old, but all the mother have to get locked up too. And when you look, you each up with a 13-year-old, big old dirty thinking, great one guy, each up with 13-year-old and come out and them thing there. And then 15-year-old and them, hey, them to go away, 13-year-old, 13, 12, 13. Draw away, disable, rape other students that come from thing and they want to come laugh up and thing. We are not with no rape a freak runner, nothing. Let me just tell some guy. And no some guy, remember when them have no lyrics neither, and no some guy can't use no rape lyrics. And no sound running either. Not working. Remember them people they get sentenced for life here? Remember we have daughter and we have granddaughter too, and we have niece and nephew and grandniece and nephew. Yeah. Yes. The one of them thing that you hear? Yes. I remember when I have mother, if I have auntie and thing, we not support. Remember, we not support raper and pedophile. We not support that. You can't make them guys that come near to nothing at all and you push them up. You have to think about victim. Yeah? Them they get sentenced to life. So it no, but can you imagine when them go up online, them see the sky boy you have pose up and dip and girls them way. If they put in a sex registry, when I play them kind of way, they go away. Do my tune, you know. I'm a son. Them, you know, we as Zoe and my make shoot me thing them. Come just come do a quick editing. And you notice the balls them are wrap around. You notice metaphors, you know. Never play it, man. Never play it. No to rape here. Rape is to move. I can tell you if you go away, you know. Let me just tell you this, you know. No for one long this if you go away, you know. Yes. Play me tune.
Yo! You know what's straight from the poor I drop a more about time, you know. What them do let out zebra? Come out more dirty thinking, raping crime. Why you full of slime? We not promote this. Hear this. You look electric, looking pedophile, raper, fake when in a prison, use your tongue, I rap on bars, I brief. Tell your prison 2 times, I know you release. Come back, what, to repeat? No raper freak. We no bar with raper freak, I rather pardon gunman or a thief. No raper freak. We no bar no raper freak, how the victim feel when them see it. No raper freak. We no bar with raper freak, I rather pardon gunman or a thief. No raper freak. We no bar with raper freak, how the victim feel when them see it. Zebra, I Epstein and Jimmy Savlin, I wanna down a prison. I him name Kid Rock second. When it come to raping him, no partial, but the baby disabled. A old woman to celebrate him release. No start that wrong, how the victim feel. Him don't care a damn. If I feel that you da promote him, so you get the drift now. You understand? No raper freak. We no bad no raper freak, I rather pardon gunman or a thief. No raper freak. We no bad no raper freak, how the victim feel when them see it. No raper freak. We no bad with raper freak, I rather pardon gunman or a thief. No raper freak. We no bad no raper freak, how the victim feel when them see it. You look electric and looking pedophile raper freak when in a prison, use your tongue, I rap on bars, die brief. Go up prison 2 times, now you just get released. So them send you back a road for repeat. No raper freak. We no bar with raper freak, I rather bar with gunman or thief. No raper freak. We no bar with raper freak, how the victim feel when them see it. No raper freak. We no bar with raper freak, I rather bar with gunman or thief. No raper freak. We no bar with raper freak, how the victim feel when them see it. Pedophile, move! You we are chatting us, zebra. Where you go? You know, we don't promote no raper boy, yeah, you know. Family mobile straight. None at all! You must be sick. Oh, you mean?
Easy. None. Whatsoever, zero. You know, I remember a long time, we have one pedophile long time, you know. No raper free corona here. Yes. You can't remember a life sentence people get. Them kind of way they have been sent out to the data way, look, them some little raper boy. We are talking about. You can't go put that up, you have to mince him up. Go away. You understand? Some guy for go away, man. See? You know do that. Yeah, and like 2 people are fight like some girl are fight and them are fight for them life or something. When you do that a life sentence, then people they get to life and they are more than the picnic and old people and some other people will mash up. And no one and two, you know. No. And no one and two go for many. See, I see where you have to watch him and to come sing about the girls them where you're mad. You're mad. That show me half. Remember me I born people from way back when, you know, me in a business if I even early yet. Some people shouldn't even know about them a politician. Because them a raper freak too, you know, them to go away. Yeah, you understand? Yeah, man. Yeah, man, you understand now, man? I'm saying? Yeah, man. So we burn them. You know, you can't, and you could know, see, man, about the lyrical and you put some rape on there. Yeah, man. You know, having a raper freak, man, we burn them, man. And we not care a long time, money know, so we burn raper. We burn them. See? We burn them straight. So when I run put them here, be able to yourself and stop to that and do the right thing. See? Remember when I hurt people, them victims, them get sentenced to life here. Yes. 13-year-old. Me say, me DPP let go some guy, about 13-year-old. Them love 13, the pastor them love them too, you know. The dirty thinking pastor them too, you know. Yes. So whether them are artists, police, pastor, politician, we burn them. Some big old dirty thinking man to know better. Some little baby I draw them out 10 and 11 and 12 and 13 and 14. And you have to stop it. That's why them have a law like 16 or something. No, them they're all for them. Them like 13. Them go for the number enough, 13 and 12. 13, especially 13. That mean I know what to do. You understand? Them to stop it. Them nasty. Them for go, man. See? So about rape a freak. When they don't aiding and betting rape a freak, don't do it. And there some guys, some careless people want to come put up and talk. We don't know that with them. We are born them straight. You see? We're not business. We born rape a freak. Yeah? Pedophile, man. Charge to boogery and charge all kind of things and then come and then talk about girls and way. You know, you can't do that. We don't know that with them, no guy. That's bad for your country. You understand? You have a pedophile, go away. You know, it's Jimmy Savile. Jimmy Savile, when coming like Jimmy Savile do around 4, him dip on top of the pops, you know. And them watch him at UK and wait till him dead 2011, you know. And when people put out look at documentary, when look over 400, nearly 500 from 8. All people were sick, Jimmy Savile move pan. It's a bit of a freak. A pedophile. Epstein. You see, one year down here coming like Jimmy and Epstein in a one. You know, have even mentioned about Epstein, pay a little girl. And he called the rich and the famous around him. You have some guy them sick in the head, you know. Yes. Well, we are going to tell you, sir. Let me ask you something. Well, we are going to tell you, sir. Before me do this, let me just ask. Remember, you know, yeah. Yeah, man. Them not in that. No, them not in that. No, truly. Them not in that neither. Them not in that. Them not in a them thing there. You understand? But them even never lie. And I like them that say boom boom when you even come and talk. But you must rape for that you talk about. Rape. See? Them not in that. Them in at 13 and 12. You understand? So you know, so there is no way at 13-year-old can say yes, me go do this. And when you look, in both a female woman, 13-year-old can be a woman. Where them get that from? 13. How the mother get locked up too? She's an artist. Some of them worthless, you know. All right, now, enough of them are run through Trappy right now. Enough. Through the money constraint and everything that them are run through Trappy. But let me tell you something now. Right now, what am I tell you? Say? Boy, you know, them women are too old, so that's why I draft a little 13. Boy, raper can't come and tell you, say. We go on and in the university student, they put knife on it and draw and rape. Right there. If you Google it, you see it. It's there. So we're not supporting the raper freak, yeah? Me don't talk. Keep it real. Me there here later. I'm out.
We lump some, we a beat it till the hammer burn. We not make them get in on them and again. None of them boy that we not honor them. We lump some, we a beat it till the hammer burn. We not make them get in on them and again. None of them boy that we not honor them. We alone some rise up the bomber dude. I'm not a Judas, them a backstabber. I'm my wife, and this straight beauty and glamour. No guy can walk to name me with no dagger. Maybe the heart of Mandela, but the mind of a Zama in the mold. Like a bull man, we send us the jammer. Lyrically inclined, be a metaphor, so no listen to lyrics line to line. Become a lyrical fighter. Put up in the rhythm, they load some more hole in a hater. Lyrically inclined.